be talking about burlesque things. And I'm really glad to be here with you today because I am making an announcement for something really cool, aside from the topic that we are going to talk about today. Recently, a friend and a client came in this past weekend and they asked me how I go about creating content, burlesque content, or just content in general. And this sparked a whole bunch of different things in my mind about content that I wanted to create and all of that. So, I'm hoping, there we go. Maybe that's working. Hold on. Technology again. Oh, gosh. You know, I swear. Okay. There we go. Great. Fabulous. Okay, so for those of you who are on Instagram, because I'm still trying to figure out how to do that, y'all. And for those of you who are joining me live on Facebook or YouTube, whichever you may be at this point in time, hi, I'm Jacqueline Hyde, and it's Tuesday. We're talking about burlesque things, and today I'm going to talk about how, just briefly, an overview of how I create burlesque content. And this is going to then lead to an announcement that I'm going to make. I'm excited. So for me, I have a very standardized process by which I create burlesque content. And they are based upon 5 principles. And this is a repeatable process for me, and this allows me to get to the root of what I actually want to create and not just like get down in the weeds all the time. It allows me to manifest and evolve and change content and really explore different concepts and methodologies. So those 5 basic principles, super easy peasy, are concept, color, costuming, composition, and choreography. And this allows me to go through the checks and balances of the content, make sure that I've identified the music, researched the music, understood the concept of the act as a whole, not just, the fine details. It allows me to understand the color palette and how the costume needs to evolve within that. And then, of course, the choreography that goes with that. And oftentimes the challenge when we create burlesque content is that we always get stuck in one way or another. It's not something that we can really dive into and evolve. It sometimes can limit us because we are putting in a barrier that it must be a certain way. Whereas these 5 basic principles allow us to evolve and change and let the experience guide us versus being so dedicated to the brick and mortar of an act. It also gives us time to be able to research and discover if anybody else might have something too similar. While it is your take, of course, because that is important, is it your take? We still potentially run into overlapping concepts with the same songs. Let's just be real. So by focusing on the concept, pairing it with color and seeing that color, working with the costume design, the composition of the music and how those 2 things relate to each other, and then also the the choreography, and what is accessible for your body to meet this vision that's in your head. So those 5 things. Now, the cool thing is, I am super excited to announce that I am publishing a new ebook that is the 5 principles I just talked about. And you'll be able to purchase that hopefully within the week. I'm going through final edits right now, and it is a workbook. So that means that you will be able to go ahead and write in it, print the pages that you need to have that most identify with you. And there's more than one way of that book to be leveraged by you. I am hoping to be able to do a print version of this as well. I'm still kind of scoping out what I want to make that look like. And where we're running into those mental barriers is the ISBN numbers, because for any digital or physical publication, you need to make sure you have an ISBN number. So all the things. Anyways, I'm really super excited, and I hope that you join me on this journey, because the next few weeks I am going to be going over these 5 concepts and continue to introduce different ways of looking at your burlesque world, as well as costuming tips and all of that. So first step is the concept. So your homework assignment this week is to take an idea that you have and write it out. Look at how you want to interact with that content. Look at how it makes you feel, and just really explore all of that. So I'm Jacqueline Hyde, and that is this week's Burlesque Things. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday for more Burlesque Things. Bye. And bye. Jesus Christ. Man. Off.
speculation, we actually call for point of order vote on the whole issue of